I live 15 minutes from San Jose, California, home of my beloved San Jose Sharks. Had it not been for the Sharks, I likely would not be the hockey fan that I am today. But despite growing up in a non-traditional market, I actually have a bevy of local hockey history to absorb and appreciate. From the 1967 NHL expansion Oakland Seals, to Peanuts cartoonist Charles Schultz's contributions to building a hockey community in California's wine country. In this video, I direct you from Sharks territory slightly northeast to Stockton, California, the origin of Stan Lee's Fantastic Four, the birthplace of MMA fighter Nate Diaz, and the neighboring city to the fictional Charming California in Sons of Anarchy. But most importantly for all of you, the one-time home of the Stockton Thunder of the East Coast Hockey League, or ECHL. The Thunder franchise dates back to 1990 when the Cincinnati Cyclones joined the ECHL. 2 seasons later, the club relocated to Alabama as the Birmingham Bulls, and 9 years following would move to Atlantic City, New Jersey, as the Atlantic City Boardwalk Bullies, a team name probably not used anywhere else. As the Boardwalk Bullies in 2003, the franchise won its only Kelly Cup championship, defeating the now defunct Columbia Inferno. In 2004, the club established its first NHL affiliation, partnering with New York Islanders and their affiliate, the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. The next year, the Boardwalk Bullies were sold and moved across the country to Stockton, California, presented to the locals as the Stockton Thunder. A one-time player of the Cincinnati Cyclones and former NHLer, Chris Chihaki, yes, that's the pronunciation, was hired as the team's head coach. The Thunder got off to a slow start in Stockton, but initially drew some of the ECHL's largest crowds at the new Stockton Arena. In their first home game against the Phoenix Roadrunners, the Thunder brought in 10,117 fans and treated them to a 4-0 win. In their second season, the Thunder changed affiliations, teaming up with the Edmonton Oilers. The Thunder improved by 38 points in the standings and cruised into the playoffs, unfortunately exiting early at the hands of the Idaho Steelheads in 6 games. The next year, Stockton regressed significantly and squeaked into the playoffs by just 2 points. The Las Vegas Wranglers ousted them in 6 games in the first round. In late 2008, Stockton switched head coaches, hiring Matt Thomas. The change sparked a 7-0-1 run that helped spur the Thunder to a 12-point increase from the previous year. Scoring off against the division champion Ontario Reign in the first round, the Thunder scored an upset in a 7-game series, later falling in 7 games once again to the Wranglers. In the 2009-10 season, the Thunder enjoyed breakthrough playoff success. In the first round, they knocked off the Alaska Aces, then bested the division champion Bakersfield Condors. Reaching the conference finals, the team was defeated by the Idaho Steelheads in 6 games. The next year, the club formed a second partnership with the San Jose Sharks and their affiliate, the Worcester Sharks. This partnership lasted 2 seasons as the Thunder decided to stay exclusively with the Oilers for a year before going back to the Islanders. The 2010-11 season wasn't as electric for Stockton as they bowed out early in the first round of the playoffs at the hands of the Utah Grizzlies. The following season, the Thunder toppled the Colorado Eagles in the first round before coming up short in a sweep against the Alaska Aces. The Thunder advanced the furthest they would in Stockton in the 2012-13 season. Though they finished second in the fairly weak Pacific Division, they saved their best for the postseason. In the first round, they outlasted the Las Vegas Wranglers in 7 games, then upset the league's top club, the Alaska Aces, in 6 games to move on to the conference finals. Squaring off against the Idaho Steelheads once again, Stockton dominated, eliminating their playoff rival in 5 games. The tremendous run would unfortunately come to a bittersweet ending, as the Thunder lost the Kelly Cup Finals to the East's best team, the Reading Royals, in 5 games. In 2013-2014, the Thunder had a bit of a Western Conference Championship hangover, compiling a pedestrian 74 points in 72 games, though still qualifying for the playoffs. They scored a stellar upset in the first round by sweeping the division champion Ontario Reign before falling to the Condors in 5 games. In January of 2015, the Calgary Flames purchased the Thunder and flip-flopped their ECHL and AHL affiliates. The Thunder would move to Glens Falls, New York, becoming the Adirondack Thunder. Conversely, the Adirondack Flames of the AHL would move to Stockton, becoming the Stockton Heat. The Thunder's final season in Stockton came to a disappointing close, as the team finished last in the Pacific Division. Nonetheless, they impressed a crowd of 8,929 in their final home game, beating their division rivals, the Condors, 4-1. Since relocating to New York, the Thunder have won 2 division championships and advanced to the playoffs in all 4 seasons. In 2017-2018, they made it back to the conference finals but were defeated by the Florida Everblades. As mentioned earlier, the Thunder played their home games at the newly opened Stockton Arena. It currently supports about 9,700 spectators for hockey, soccer, and football, and can expand to over 11,000 for basketball. According to HockeyDB, Stockton led the ECHL in attendance for 4 straight years from 2005-06 to 2008-09. Stockton drew an average of over 6,000 fans per game from 2005 to the 2010-2011 season. They stayed in the top 5 in ECHL attendance all the way through 2012-2013, an impressive feat for a non-traditional market. In addition to the Thunder and now the Stockton Heat, the arena has hosted the Stockton Kings of the NBA's Developmental League, the Stockton Lightning, an arena football team, and the Stockton Cougars Professional Arena Soccer League team. Stockton Arena hosted the 2008 ECHL All-Star Game, and later that year, WWE SmackDown and Raw. In 2014, the San Jose Sharks hosted the Vancouver Canucks for a preseason game, the Sharks winning 5-3. The following year, the arena hosted Arena Bowl 28, despite not being home to an arena football team. This ended up being a pseudo-home game for the San Jose SaberCats, who in their final game as a franchise knocked off the Jacksonville Sharks 68-47. Here are some of the notable Stockton Thunder alumni who've played in the NHL. So these are the players who were groomed by the Thunder and then appeared in the NHL. Brian Young, defenseman; forward Liam Reddix; center Tim Sestito; left wing Troy Brody; right wing Colin McDonald; center Ryan O'Mara; center Milan Kittner. And other players who debuted in the NHL and then would spend time with the Thunder included Sebastian Bisalion, I'm sorry if I butchered that, defenseman; right wing Matt Foy; right wing Colin Hemingway; left wing Damian Surma. Now, in addition to these players, the Thunder have welcomed 2 special talents who have succeeded longer term in the NHL. And guess what? They're both in goal for the same team. So first, Devin Dubnyk. He appeared in 43 games for the Thunder in the 2006-07 season. He posted an impressive 2.54 goals against and a .921 save percentage before climbing the ranks first to the AHL and then with the Oilers in 2009-2010. Now he plays for the Minnesota Wild. His backup in Minnesota, Alex Stalock, has also played for the Thunder. He appeared in just 6 games for Stockton in 2011-2012, posting a 2.83 goals against and a .914 save percentage. The Stockton Thunder leader in games played is Garrett Hunt, who played in 441 games, over 100 more than the next player. He is also the franchise's all-time leader in points with 159 and in penalty minutes. Hunt has spent most of his career in the ECHL with occasional promotions to the AHL. He's currently playing for Kunlun Red Star in the Continental Hockey League. Appearing in 182 games, Mike Lalonde is the team's second leading scorer with 156 points and a team high of 72 goals. Prior to joining the Thunder, Lalonde played at Michigan State University and followed his time in Stockton and played overseas in the Netherlands. Brian Pitton is the team's all-time leader in games played by a goaltender with 90. He played between the pipes through 2016-2017, staying mostly with the ECHL but with occasional AHL call-ups. So that's a rundown of the Stockton Thunder of the ECHL. Seeing how the city rallied around their team, especially in the early years, it's great that Stockton can still enjoy an AHL team, though the attendance numbers are comparatively lower. Nonetheless, hockey is still alive and well in Stockton and California's greater Central Valley, with programs like the Stockton Junior Colts and the University of Stockton Ospreys. Anyway folks, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this trip down hockey history and will consider dropping a like and clicking the red subscribe button down below for more content like this. This has been Nick with Twisted Wrister Hockey. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon.